welcome back to our science class. My name is Teacher Yuri, and in today's video we are going to conduct an experiment all about forces and friction, okay? Particularly friction for today. Now, we all know in the past that friction is a force that is acting on the opposite direction of a moving object. Now, we all know that it eventually stops or slows down an object in motion, okay? So our activity for today is that we are going to test different types of surfaces for us to be able to understand what kind of surface actually has the greatest friction and the least friction, okay? So here are the materials that we need for us to be able to conduct this experiment. So we have a box. It could be a little box, a small box, just for you to elevate your feature board, okay? We have a feature board or a smooth surface, okay? We also have a toy car, okay? So this is the moving object that we are going to use to test out the friction from all different surfaces, all right? Next, we have these two different surfaces. We have a bubble wrap and also we have a cloth, all right? And the other surface could be your floor in your house. Now, so if you don't have a bubble wrap and a cloth, you can use any texture, any surface. Just use one smooth surface and another rough surface, okay? You can use anything that you can find in your house. Just make sure that one surface is smooth and the other is rough, okay? So ideally we are now using the bubble wrap, a cloth, and the other surface will be the floor of your house, okay? We are going to test out whether either of these surfaces actually has the greatest friction or the least friction, okay? So let's start the experiment. So everyone, as per your activity for today, now in this video you are asked to make a video of yourself doing the friction ramp experiment, okay? The video that you are going to watch later on as we do the experiment, you are going to do that by yourself, okay? Next, what we need to see in your video, okay? If you make your video, you are going to see your name, your student number, as well as the class that you belong to, okay? And then you are going to give us your prediction. So before you start the experiment, tell us what texture or what surface is more likely to have greater friction, and also the ones with lesser friction, okay? And then you do the experiment, okay, the friction ramp experiment, and then after the experiment you are going to give us your conclusion. At the end of the video, tell us the result of your experiment. Tell us what surface or what texture has greater friction from the surfaces or from the textures that you have used, and tell us if your prediction was correct or not, okay? So that is the activity that we are going to do for today. Make a video doing the ramp experiment, the friction ramp experiment that you are going to see in a little while. Make a video of that by yourself doing the experiment. Tell us your name, your student number, and your class, and then give us a prediction. What do you think is the surface with greater friction and lesser friction? And then do the experiment, and at the end of the experiment give us your conclusion, okay, as per your experiment, what surface has greater friction and lesser friction, okay? So thank you very much, and let's go on with our video. Okay, so guys, this is how we set up our activity for today. Okay, so we have our feature board and then our box. Now we put the box and the feature board over the box, okay, to elevate our surface. Okay, so we have surface number 1 is the floor, and then surface number 2, we are going to put this bubble wrap, and then surface number 3, we have the towel. Okay, so we are going to test them one by one. We are going to roll the color. Okay, so this is what we are going to expect in your video. Okay, you're going to say your name. Hello, my name is Teacher Yuri, or my name is Yuri Raydon. Okay, and then you're going to say your class. I am from 5/1. And then you're going to say your number. I am number 10. And I predict, for example, your prediction. I predict that the bubble wrap has the highest friction and the floor has the least friction. Okay? And then let us find out if you are correct. Okay? So we get a tape and mark where our car stopped. Okay, so that is when we use the surface of the floor. Next, we will put a bubble wrap at the bottom of our feature board. Next, we put a cloth at the bottom of our feature board. So as you can see that using the bubble wrap and the cloth, it stopped the car just a few distance from our feature board. Whereas when we used the surface of the floor, it stopped the car way farther than our feature board. So this is the floor, this is from the cloth, and this is from the bubble wrap. So from my conclusion, I conclude that the surface with the highest friction is blank, and the surface with the least friction is blank. So thank you very much and have a beautiful day.